Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to In the Pocket with SUZII. In today's episode, I want to speak to you about doing things a little bit differently than other people. So, in other words, being who you are and owning it, and the importance of showing up constantly from that space. The world is getting smaller. And what I mean by that is we see a lot of what's going on out in the world, especially with social media and the internet. When we feel something within ourselves, whether it's something that we are doing, who we are about, you then go out in the world, on the internet, on social media, you already see there's a million iteration of what you are doing. So nothing you and I are doing or saying or acting upon is new. Well, at least not in a general sense. What is new and what is always going to be unique is how it's coming through with your take, your approach, your creativity, through your voice, through your intention and your beingness. That is always going to be different, no matter what category and what topics you speak to. And as you have experienced over here on this channel, I will always use myself as example, mainly because that is how I affirm my own stories. That's how I commit to myself and standing up for myself and allowing my truth to be understood by me, to be owned by me. First and foremost, the more I speak to it, the more I listen to myself, and the more then I can stand in this place coming from me. I have to own this first. And all this is coming through because in the way that I speak to self-love, the importance of self-mastery, and this whole subject around awakening consciousness, spirituality, again, it's not new, and there are a lot of beautiful souls out there are doing such amazing job in communicating in this space. And whenever I hear them, I get naturally a little bit insecure about the way I communicate my thoughts, and I very often sense myself shrinking a little bit and feeling into this insecurity that I don't articulate myself in the same way that I can articulate as well. I can't draw into my experience in the way that these amazing human beings are able to communicate and articulate their thoughts. And if I stay in that place a little bit longer, it will spiral into this space of, why am I doing this? There's already so many people speaking to this topic already. What am I adding to it? And there's truth to that, but I have to pause and really hold myself, pause, let the body breathe, come back to my body and remind myself, invite myself back, and remind myself that while there are endless people speaking in this space on the same topic that I am interested in, it is still not in my voice, not in the energy that I come with. And I choose to believe, and I choose to tune into that energy, that the things that I say in the way that I say it, through the energy and the channel and the filter that I bring to it, will land into some of you the way you need to hear it. And that is a powerful realization. That realization makes what I am doing bigger than me. That realization shifts the focus away from me and onto the bigger purpose, which is serving you, which is also contributing to this collective energy of love, of belongingness, and safety that we can say the world can never have enough of. So I want to reflect this to you. Well, I'm reflecting it to the camera so that I can listen to it and remember that for myself. But I want to reflect this to you, mirror back to you, in that this insecurity that I have is no different than anything you are going through. You are doing something that's quote unquote not special. Not in a special area, not in a special, you don't have a special set of skills, right? Not in a conventional definition anyway. But what you bring to the table always is your energy, your experience, your history, your lineage of understanding, and the way you figure things out in your head, and the way it comes through. It's all different. And it's different moment to moment. So really allow space and time to remind yourself of that more and more often. And this is why I always come back to this practice of choose you. And I say choose you, and I'm also speaking to myself. Choose you, and then commit to that. Commit to you. Commit to the most loving you. Commit to this everyday practice of coming through and being who you are. Owning that space. Declare who you are and what your values are, and live through from that space every single day. Our brains are bombarded with so much information. The second we pick up the phone, everything is out the window. So it's so important that as soon as we wake up, we declare who we are. We remember who we are. We choose ourselves again, and we commit to that practice every single morning. When we do that, we get a little bit stronger in remembering who we are. We get a little bit better at believing ourselves. And we get in the habit of having our own back and being our best friend. That's such an important daily practice, because that kind of completes the circle, or continuing the circle of self-believing, self-trusting. That gives us the evidence that we can show up as we are. That gives us the evidence that it is safe to be who we are in this world. And by seeing that, we trust ourselves a little bit more. We become a little bit more daring being who we are. And that will show through in life as something like this. Having a YouTube channel, talking to the camera without script, and just being here. that show up as in a relationship that you believe what you believe in and able to communicate that in our everyday life. That shows up as in your workplace that you set certain boundaries, that this is work and then this everything else is making room for your personal needs. It shows up many different ways. But we have to do the work first. We go first. If we want other people to take accept us for who we are, we have to do that first. We go first. Whatever it is that we want to see in the world, we have to show up in that space first. So, in conclusion for this episode, is that the love that we have for ourselves is there. And if we ask ourselves, wherever that range is today, every day when you wake up, ask, where is the love today? If it's a 2, if it's a 5, if it's a 9, wherever that is, as long as it is not a 0, well, 0, you're dead. You're not dead. So therefore, there is always something to work with. So if it's a 2, if it's a 5, lean into the 2 and lean into the 5 and find something that you really love about who you are. And then move from that space. And trust showing up and keep choosing who you are. And then the next step will reveal itself, but you keep coming back to you. Keep choosing you, keep trusting you. That's it for today. My name is SUZII, SUZII, 2 eyes, because the I in me sees the I in you. I love you. See you soon.